Howdy everyone, Pocho here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're going into match 2 of the qualifiers, and the players we have versing each other is Team 2 CM Anatoly going up against Team 16 Judge Emmedy. Emmedy won the coin flip and decided to let Anatoly pick first, so we'll go into it, look at the bans and then the team selections followed by the subs. So going into the ban selection, Anatoly went first, banning Danae, a smart ban choice. You do not want your opponent to get a champion with a leadership ability. It could be quite devastating. Emmedy followed the trend and banned Chorin. Anatoly followed up with Artis, again a smart ban, especially with a Tyros on the selection board. Emmedy followed with Lucky. We've seen in match 1 Lucky pretty much saved Scientist, so Lucky is a smart ban as well. Tyros, don't need to even explain why Tyros was banned. Good ban, followed by Daimyo. Daimyo could potentially be dangerous with Undead on the board. There are no other high elves except for Tanita, but again, with a leadership ability, you do want to get it out of the way. So a lot of leadership abilities taken off the board. I don't think there are any other characters with leadership ability still active from what I can see. So that takes care of that. We'll go into the rosters now and the subs and see how these two players have sorted out their teams. Starting with Anatoly, he went for a brick wall with the Siegfried as the first choice. A good tank in this tournament when you're considering the other heroes that are left to pick from. Siegfried will start off with a taunt, so pretty powerful. And Emmedy following up with the Pride and Tiliana pick. So a cat tank, and Tiliana well known for her damage output. However, without a Gloriana, how effective will she be? In the next selection of heroes, Anatoly went Blood Priest and Blood Mage with the undead theme. They can complement each other. Priest will be benefited by Mage's initiative boost, plus Priest does have a lot of AoE damage. There is also the Blood Mage that could prevent healing if there is healing on the enemy team, plus he can apply a fair amount of debuffs. Emmedy following up with Sabertooth. He's loving his cat theme, and Dreverard putting 2 tanks on his side with 2 damage dealers. Next up, Anatoly went with Raspit and Hylia, again following a same theme for the faction. He went 2 undead, then went 2 bugs with Raspit and Hylia. So he's got a healer on the team now with Raspit, who is capable of doing a lot of damage. However, there needs to be a rogue on the team, which Anatoly does not have. Emmedy followed up with another tank, a Tiles. So he has built a fairly solid brick wall, but that is countering the Blood Mage anti-healing. There is no healing on his team except for Sabertooth, who does have a healing ability. And Tiliana, I don't believe off the top of my head Tiliana can heal unless there is a Gloriana on the field, but I will double check on that. Then came the subs. Anatoly went with his Sneaky Beaky, potentially good if he can sub that in and get the trigger on the Raspit poison. That can do a lot of damage. And Emmedy followed up with Hound, who is a good damage dealer substitute. There is no healers on Emmedy's team. It is all damage and tanking. On Anatoly's team, there is a bit more versatility. There is healing, there is support, there is tanking. So how that team is going to play out against a brick wall with a damage dealer or 2 will be interesting to see. So we'll jump into the first round and see how this plays out. Going into the first battle, Raspit is going to start off with the slow, and Hylia is going to hide Raspit, which I think is an ineffective move since the Siegfried can taunt. And well, as you can see, wow, there is a lot of damage coming out from Anatoly's team. A ridiculous amount. It's almost like Emmedy's team is just annihilating. There is nothing that Anatoly can do at this point. Emmedy's team is ripping through. He has a solid brick wall. They've already taken out 2 characters. The Tiliana against the Undead is super powerful. I think Anatoly didn't understand that combination when Emmedy was picking his lineup. He didn't realize that the Undead were going to be ripped apart. And as you can see, Tiliana has made quick work of 2 of the 5 characters, and from there is not much Anatoly can really do. His whole team has been wiped out of the 2 matches we've had so far. This has been by far the quickest match. there wasn't even much to commentate on. Tiliana ripped through Anatoly's team as if it was wet paper. There was nothing, dry paper. It doesn't matter what type of paper. He ripped through it. It did not stand a chance. That one character against Anatoly's lineup decimated him. Absolutely decimated him. We're going to go over to the players at the moment. We're going to show them the clip of their first battle and ask if they want to substitute in a hero or not. Going into the second match, and Anatoly has subbed out his Blood Priest for his Sneaky Beaky. Is that going to make any difference? We'll find out. I don't know if it was sheer luck or planning, but Emmedy has Anatoly has lost a hero already. That Tiliana is wiping the field. Like I said, I don't know if it was pure luck or strategy, but Emmedy's team has been built almost perfectly for this situation, considering the heroes that were on the board. He's got a full light hero team, which helps Tiliana. He can bypass the taunt almost permanently. Siegfried is a useless character on Anatoly's team, serving zero purpose. He's doing nothing to benefit the team. The change seems to have benefited Anatoly, however. They have been able to take out a hero, but the damage is still coming out. And when that ability to bypass taunt comes out, which it didn't, he just was able to kill Hylia there. And now the damage output from the Tiliana is really taking effect and changing the tide of battle. If she can take out another hero, which could happen, I don't know, actually, I feel like Anatoly's team is still in too... No, that's just too much damage. The Tiliana comes through, nearly takes out the Raspit, leaving her unattended is just causing the difference in this battle. But there's nothing Anatoly's team can do. Emmedy built his team with 3 tanks. There is a brick wall in front of that Tiliana, allowing her to go rampant with her damage. And there's nothing he can really do. I give these players the time to strategize and look at the hero lineups before they make the selections. It's not a quick decision they need to make. And I feel like Emmedy, again, I don't know, out of sheer luck or planning, has picked the perfect team to counter Anatoly. And it has wiped the floor. The second match of the AI Championships is going to go to Emmedy. And we'll look at the leaderboard now. So looking at the leaderboard, Anatoly has been eliminated from the competition and Emmedy is moving up. Emmedy will be versing Sainta when their time comes again. And I think Emmedy performed superb in that match. His team countered his enemy. He picked a really good lineup. His characters synergized. And like I said, I give the players in this tournament time to select their heroes. They don't need to make a split decision. They have time. That's the whole point of it. There is an element of strategy to this AI Championships and the players should take advantage of that. In saying so, there is one point I do want to bring up before we continue further into the AI Championships. Because I am dealing with 32 players, the order of the matches being released may not coincide with the leaderboard here. We may jump to a different match altogether. It's just when the players' matches have been sorted, when everything's been finalized, personalized, taken into consideration, and so forth. So what match comes next, I do not know, but the matches will start to be released more often as I get more information from the players. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you are in the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.